And now we want to return to that breaking sad news. There is a report from Reuters that Mark Hurd has passed away. Hurd has been the co-CEO of Oracle and had been on a medical leave since September for unspecified reasons. Joining us now from San Francisco is Bloomberg Technology Senior Executive Editor Brad Stone. So, Brad, what do we know?
Yeah, David. Well, Mark Hurd was really an icon in Silicon Valley, just a common presence here, really since I've started covering technology. Turned around HP in his 5 years as CEO. HP, one of the decades-old linchpins of Silicon Valley. Really, he was known as a cost cutter. I remember stories, where he was unplugging the Coca-Cola machines to save money and downsizing, a company that had grown fat and sort of inflexible. Went over to Oracle, became co-CEO with Safra Catz in 2013, and was really the most prominent senior executive at Oracle. Helped to reorient Oracle towards the cloud. He was, the guy, the salesman who was out there all the time. I was fortunate enough to interview him at an Oracle World a couple of years ago, and it's a big loss for Silicon Valley and for Oracle.
Well, exactly, a towering figure, I think it's fair to say. As I say, Reuters has reported he's passed away. We knew he had medical problems. With respect to Oracle in particular, how much does it affect them? Because when he took the medical leave of absence, as I recall, they said, we do have a co-CEO, and of course, Larry Ellison's still there as chair.
It's interesting revisiting the circumstances of that announcement last month. Bloomberg, we had the news that he had stepped back from his day-to-day activities, that he was ill. Oracle hadn't made an announcement. They were hoping not to perhaps have to make an announcement. And I think it goes to how important Mark Hurd is to the company, that he's the public face. I mean, up until we were prepared to write our article and then Oracle went and announced that he was taking a leave of absence, Mark Hurd was still the keynote speaker at Oracle in September. So I think it speaks to his importance. They don't really have anyone who can grab the limelight and communicate to customers. And Oracle's in the midst of a very difficult transition, moving its legacy software business into the cloud. Just last week, Amazon declared that they were moving all their Oracle implementations to their own cloud-based databases. So, Oracle's having a sort of existential moment right now. Mark Hurd was one of the guys that could make that transition, and I think they're going to miss him.
So as you look at his legacy, Brad, would you say it's more that he was a visionary, or was he somebody who could get it done, who could bring the troops together, rally them, and point them in a given direction, and motivate them?
Yeah, he was not I wouldn't call him a visionary. I never saw really his strengths with R&D in particular. He was an operator. He was a sales guy. He could articulate the vision. And it was a vision that went beyond the companies he worked for. He was actually a real proponent of professional tennis. He started the Indian Wells Pro Tennis Tournament. He was a big advocate for tennis players attending college. So he had this kind of larger-than-life persona that extended beyond his day job. I think his legacy is going to be pretty comprehensive in that regard.
Okay, many thanks, Brad. Really appreciate you joining us on short notice. That's Bloomberg's Brad Stone reporting from San Francisco on the passing, reportedly, of Mark Hurd of Oracle.